camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First and 10, it's Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He hits West underneath. Runs through the contact, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
Let's go get it right here. Come on.
Now Wilson on second down. Escaping the pressure right. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got it to West on the dump off. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. It's first and 10 at the 14. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Charkandrick West taking it in. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. On 1st and 10, Keenum. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
22. 22. Mary left. 22. 22.
Out of the gun, Keenum looking deep for Demarius. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Keenum looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Returnable for Lockett. Shifts by him at the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Well, these Seahawks heading out here on offense. Let's talk about last year. One to forget, Charles, in the Pacific Northwest. 7-9, a seat on the couch in January for these players. And that broke a streak of 5 straight seasons of double-digit victories and a playoff berth.
And I think they lost their identity a little bit along the way. On offense, they've always been a run-first team, establish a line of scrimmage, and bludgeon people. They didn't have that at all. Their offense ran through Russell Wilson, and he was magical, led the league in touchdown passes, but they are at their best when they're able to run the ball first and take control. On defense, age caught up with them. The Legion of Boom, no longer the same, and many of those guys will not be with the team in 2018. They will be starting over, but they have a smile on their face. I think this is a challenge that their head coach, Pete Carroll, and they look forward to being the underdog in the NFC West.
A first scoring update now from Carolina, and it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Wilson now 8 of 8 throwing the ball in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
14.
Wilson to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to roam now. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Tempo, tempo.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Wilson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On the toss, there goes West. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A little brief second of indecision there was certainly hooking, but bottom line, it's good.
Yeah, and, you know, got a little bit of English on it, right? That left-footed kicker trying to pop it through. A little bit too close to the right upright for his liking, but he'll take the 3.
These Broncos coming off 2 years of not making the playoffs after winning Super Bowl 50. And last year in Vance Joseph's first season, they went 5-11, had an 8-game losing streak. Now, look, the defense remained elite. But the quarterback carousel, the general lack of offensive production really led to a disappointing 2017.
And in order for them to reverse that, they've got to continue to play to their strength, which is their defense. And they did that by drafting Bradley Chubb at number 5 overall, the defensive end out of North Carolina State. Gives them extra pass rushers. But on offense, they made a peace offering to their defense by signing Case Keenum at quarterback. That should calm down that position and open up possibilities on the offensive side of the ball.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Let's go. 22. 22.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. And that's the first NFL catch for Cortland Sutton. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
22.
A shotgun snap for Keenum. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Here you go, boy.
The first NFL carry here for the rookie Royce Freeman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Frank Clark able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Hey, go, let's go, let's go. No, Roger. Here goes tonight.
From the gun on third down, Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
Used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jaron Reed busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey, we're good. Hey, 52. Get hot, we're good. Hey, down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Roger. Down.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And McManus able to put it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Wilson, and he's got Lockett. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
This is West. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Tempo, tempo.
On 2nd down, Wilson dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target, and it's 3rd down. Not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. On 2nd down, Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Mary left, Mary left.
Keenum now to throw. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. On first down, it's Keenum. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Keenum going to try and throw on third down. Left side here to Sanders. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On first and 10, here's Keenum. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jaron Reed in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Keenum setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Keenum. It's caught by Sanders. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, tempo, tempo.
Now Wilson on second down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've reached halftime here on opening. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. Ooh, with a juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
Down. 22. 22. Hey, takes 53, 55, right?
From the gun, here's Keenum. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Keenum. The quick hitter complete. It's Thomas. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Here's Wilson to throw. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Baldwin. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Wilson will throw again. Flushed out right. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So the Broncos coming out now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Out of the gun, Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the comebacker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, here's Wilson. Forward with it over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 15 and a first. From the shotgun, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Todd Davis. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Marshall, the intended receiver.
Let's go, let's go. Here we go, boy. Mary left, Mary left. 22. 22. Roger, roger, roger. Say hi.
After the interception, here's Keenum. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. It's a big play. Keenum to Thomas. 41 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Keenum now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hands down. Hands down.
Keenum throwing once more. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're...
And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Desmond Bryant in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
We're good. Hey, orange. Hey, that's the hot. Damn. Hey, orange.
From the gun, it's Keenum. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Damn.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. And McManus able to put it through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jones. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Denver getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, orange. Roger.
Keenum. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
22.
Now Keenum throwing on second. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Frank Clark in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
22. Hey, orange.
Working from the gun, Keenum. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now West. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And he's got it. And I think the ball's out.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Following the fumble recovery, Keenum. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
22.
From the gun, here's Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. To throw is Keenum. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Let's go, let's go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Back to throw. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Booker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devontae Booker taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And instead of a looming overtime, things have changed dramatically. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up, no crazy plays, and they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory.
14.
Wilson wants to throw it. Forced out to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
On 3rd down, that's West. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Now it's Carson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Seahawks, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears.